Good morning. It's 10:01 a.m. on Tuesday, January 21st, 2025. Call this meeting of the Wichita County Commissioners Court to order. If everyone would please stand, Commissioner Watts will give our invocation.
Pray with me, please. Dear Heavenly Father, we just thank you for the many blessings you give to us each and every day, Father. We just thank you for this time in our country where we have developed new leadership, Father, and we have voted those people in. And we just pray that your guidance and leadership be with them, Father, and be with us as a country. Keep us whole and keep us safe, Father. Be with those that protect us around the world, those even here at home, Father. Be with them, guide them, and direct them, and keep them safe and from harm's way. Father, we just thank you again for the many, many blessings. Ask that you guide and direct us today as we make decisions that affect this court. All these things I pray in Jesus' precious name. Amen.
Amen. Please join us for the pledge to the U.S. flag. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now the pledge to the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
All right, everyone may be seated. All right, at this time, I'd like to ask Sheriff Duke to come up, as well as Melvin Joyner and Chris Craig, both from the Sheriff's Office. We are recognizing them for 15 years and 25 years of service.
Still a couple of years.
I was about to say, yes, which still added up together doesn't equal what Sheriff. Here you go, come up.
You got the speeches ready? You have to talk.
Yeah. So as always, we'd like to commemorate milestones, big ones, and these are both big ones. 15 for Melvin, 25 for Chris. And just to give a token of appreciation for what y'all have done for Wichita County in those many years of service, and give your supervisor a chance to brag on y'all or say mean things about you, whichever he chooses to do.
Brag?
You know.
There he goes. Well, Melvin obviously had a career with the Wichita Falls Police Department. We ran the Crime Stoppers program. And I've known Melvin since I was, 14? As a police explorer. Big thing, let me tell you, 14 and a half years old actually, riding in a Dodge Diplomat, which is like a throwaway car, with Melvin on a hot call on the North Scott Bridge against the concrete brick side at about 80. It makes you think you either be in a demolition derby or you're going to need to be a desk. Yeah, it didn't get me killed though. The Explorers back then, the police, the scouting Explorers at the police department were not like the Explorers we have nowadays. There was a lot of things that we did that I don't think the scouting bosses knew exactly what was going on, but allegedly. So
statute of limitations is over.
it is over. But Melvin came to work for me after he was bored after about 2 years, and he lost his house, almost lost his house in the flood. And he conned him into coming to work for us and working in community services. So he's been an asset, obviously, to us because he's got a lot of experience. Plus his way he talks to the media as well. And not call them names sometimes like we all do down here. Well, some of y'all do, not you big. But if you would, you get to tell everybody a little bit about something, what you learned and enjoyed.
And turn around so they can see you.
I think-
Yeah, cameras can pick up your pretty face.
The thing that I've seen, that what we've done at the Wichita County Sheriff's Office is amazing. We've started programs that they've never had before, Neighborhood Watch, Citizens Academy, our chaplaincy program. We could go on, but it's just I live in a county, and it's nice to know that we have those services available. A lot of people are moving into the county, getting out of the city. We're starting to see an increase in our calls for service, and we're able to go out and talk to these people and give them some good advice on how to make their homes safer, their businesses safer. So I think it's been a win-win for the citizens.
Definitely.
So Melvin, this is a plaque and a little token of our appreciation with it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for 15 years of service.
Thank you for your service. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it very much.
Stand here, 'cause we gotta take a picture. We'll do that after Mr. Craig.
Hey, Judge, how many total years of law enforcement?
Be 43 coming up.
That's what I'm saying, the 15 doesn't really do
Yeah.
it justice, because he's been in this community.
Exactly right.
See, I knew Melvin like I knew before he was not legal to drive, doesn't mean he did. That's been a long time ago.
Or alcohol, I'm just throwing it
Yeah,
out.
absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Congratulations, thank you, Melvin, for what you did.
So, our next contestant, Chris Craig.
You're the old guy, yeah.
I met Chris actually, at the Wichita West Fire Department. I was a firefighter. And he came on the fire department. His older brother was a Wichita Fire Department. How many years he served? 30 something. So, Chris come out and, he realized how crazy we were as firefighters, but, he did his part of it, and then he left us and he went to the academy and ended up in Jack County. How long were you in Jack County?
10 years.
So he saw a lot of deer and probably hogs and a lot of trees, real trees, unlike the mesquite trees we have up here. So then he came back up here as he was a deputy constable for the constable River.
Yeah.
And so was able to snag him back and get him into our civil division. One of the civil division for the sheriff's office was probably one of the least things that makes any kind of media or people know about. But the importance of that, to have the right people in there that knows this business, is just paramount for the county. Because number one liability of the county, obviously, we know is county jail. Number two is civil process, how that works. So having good people in those positions, and we have some great people in there, Scott Chappell, and Lieutenant Garland Prince, and of course Chris. And Chris, appreciate your service, what you've always done. And not only that, but your friendship. Thank you very much.
And so we have a plaque to recognize the day, and then we'll token of our appreciation as well. Congratulations, thank you very much.
25.
And how many total years of law enforcement?
36.
Wow.
Does Chris get the watch?
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
Oh, wow, okay.
He got the watch.
Something was
You
ticking.
watched
I
it
didn't know what it
a lot.
was, but yeah. He all said, we'll get a
Wanna say
picture.
something?
Oh, I just like to say thank you for the opportunity you've given me and just enjoy working for you and have a few more years.
I want to see him at one time, and it was at a depiction. And I was in investigation, the CID guy, we used to go after this, these middle commitments and things, so he needed some units, so we got over there, and this lady, she was really not, she was a nasty woman. And he told her 3 times, because she was being evicted, and he told her, get off property. And third time, I thought he was gonna pick her up and throw her through the back window. Yeah, he got her arrested, and she tried his patience, and I've never seen him like this. His demeanor always been the same, but this woman just hit that mark, and I'm pretty sure his wife never even got close to that. So it's one of those kind of things that worked out for her.
I'm looking forward to 25 more.
I know.
Let's all give a round of applause. We're going to take pictures, so step back.
Judge, I've got a question about, law enforcement or how something's supposed to work or whatever. I'll call Melvin.
Yeah.
And Melvin will tell me how it ought to be, then he'll tell me how it is. And I always appreciate that.
Like Sheriff, I've known Melvin since I was a kid, 18 years
Yeah.
old,
Yeah.
and I always blame you for me being here, so thank you. He bent my ear and kind of talked me into it. So.
I've got to work with Melvin a long time, but I'd say he is definitely an asset to the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
Your ability to talk to the civilians, do the community policing, do the academy and all, people love you, and we really appreciate you being here.
And to have so many citizens academies that we were able to have, and we still have them. They're kind of short nowadays for some reason. I guess people still think COVID.
We're gonna have a big one in March.
So we're still active with it, and I'll be frank about this. The Citizen Academy was a big helping hand in us getting the LEC in the new jail. Because of the opposition from some people that just did not want it, they didn't think we needed a new jail. But have those people go through there and see it continuously, and the other people that came in, it was just a potential, it's like putting coal on fire, we just kept that thing going.
It would not happen.
It would not happen.
Well, law enforcement is a thing that the citizens, no different than county government. The more citizens you can have involved in it and see how it actually operates,
Right.
the more of a benefit it is for the organization.
Right. And instead of our neighborhood watches and area watches, because some of the areas of the county, we know there's so few houses, we call them an area, but people, they do respond, they really do respond.
I'd be remiss if I didn't brag about our alumni association. These are people that have graduated from our Citizens Academy. They recently just paid $6,900 for a drone. They bought shotguns for our honor guard. They bought a printer for our evidence room.
Built a beautiful memorial.
Not to mention $500,000+ for the memorial.
About 800,000, sir.
You would know that.
But who's counting? Let's one more time to thank you to these gentlemen. Appreciate y'all. All right, no other presentations. All right, it is 10:12, and we will open up for public comments. Remind everyone that comments need to be limited to 5 minutes or less, and the Commissioners Court cannot take action on any item brought up during public comments. Do we have any public comments this morning? I know that Brendan's got one.
I'd like to introduce 3 new members up to the team. First, we have Aaron Epp, he's a new systems tech. And have Samuel Mullins, also a new systems tech. And Jonathan Beck, who is our software support.
So, and of the 3 of y'all, because we authorized 2 new positions for the 2025 budget, so I guess and 2 of y'all are that, just one?
Just one.
Okay.
The 26 for the other one. This, replacements.
Okay.
2 replacements and 1 new hire.
Really, one of them was just gonna work for free.
Yeah, there we go. Well, welcome to the team. Welcome to the family. You guys will know everybody in every office faster than just about anyone else in county government, because y'all get called everywhere and pulled 100 different directions. But we couldn't do any of this without IT, and y'all are an integral part of that process. So, welcome. Condolences. Congratulations.
We appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Good to have you.
You guys are free to.
Thanks, Brendan. Thank y'all. And now they got to get to work. Do we have any other public comment this morning?
How about the inauguration?
Pretty good.
Anything else? Any other public comment? Okay. It is 10:14, and public comment is closed. That moves us to the consent agenda. There are 16 items on the consent agenda this morning. I need to take action on one of them. Item number 3, which is the motion to approve and authorize the district attorney's office to dispose of 3 different items. I need to table that. Just visiting.
You said 4. Page 4.
I have a different agenda than y'all.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're on a different.
I have it on the bottom of mine.
Yeah, mine's 4. Or no, that you, what is the difference?
You have a different.
Well,
Mine's 3.
Here, you have.
we'll go off of this one because this is the poster.
I have another one here.
Let me see yours, Barry.
So I need to ask for us to table item number 4 in the consent agenda, which is to approve and authorize the district
This
attorney's
one's not
office to
on.
dispose of the following items. An old tube TV, a DVD player, and 2 rolling AV cards. I was visiting with Melvin this morning. Not sure what funds were used to pay for those things, and as we've talked about before, if it was county money, we can't just dispose of them. We have to try to sell them first. So is there any objection to tabling that one while we figure out what to do with those? Okay, then item number 4 is taken off of consent agenda.
What does that tube TV weigh? About 500 pounds. Transportation on that.
Semi-antique shop will be
Yeah,
able to,
absolutely.
Judge, it's the yellow house, there's a yellow house motion missing, between mine and Barry's. It was a late addition.
Number 2?
Yeah, you have a number 2, I mean, you're number 2 at Yellow House.
Yeah, is yellow house. It should be yellow house and that, it's not.
Okay.
It's not on mine, but it should be.
okay. So that's the difference?
Yeah, Brenda wanted us to put it on at the last minute, and I got Morgan to change it.
Okay. Do we have any other questions, comments, explanations on any of the other items in the 17-item consent agenda?
Motion to approve.
Second. Here we go again.
All right, we've got a motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to approve the consent agenda as amended. Do we have any questions or comments on any of the items or the motion? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. All right, general business, item number 1, review and approve the regular bills for payment, verify payroll taxes have been filed, and order county treasurer to disperse payroll and/or bills within 72 hours via U.S. mail, FedEx, UPS, or electronically, unless directed otherwise, or may be picked up and ledgered in the treasurer's office.
Motion to approve.
Second.
A motion by Commissioner Fincannon, seconded by Commissioner Beecham. Do you have any questions or comments on any of the items or the motion? All right. The motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 2, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve and ratify the minutes of the January 14, 2025 regular session.
Motion to approve and ratify. Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Mahler, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon, to approve and ratify the minutes. Have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that item's before us, so that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 3, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Defender Supply Estimate number 41191, the amount of $43,843 for complete computer docking stations and accessories to be paid from Department 409 General Fund contingencies with lines determined by the county auditor. Who's got this one? Chief, just one question. We're purchasing 40 docking stations, correct?
Yes, sir.
We are, I think the item for laptops, we're purchasing 35 laptops. What's the difference? And I think we've talked about this, or I've just forgotten to be.
Yes, sir. The laptops can be moved from vehicle to vehicle. Those docking stations can't. They need to be plugged into a car, and we plan on keeping 5 reserve cars, just in case one goes down. That way we can just take the computer out of whatever car's at the shop and throw it in that one and keep going.
So you have 40 vehicles that will
Yes, sir.
need and ready for installation?
Yes, sir. With
Okay.
the Axon deal, we've got 40 in-car cameras.
Okay.
I'm assuming that's a docking station and a platform and mount and all.
I think the mount is a different item on the general business.
So just the docking stations are running over $1,000 a piece?
Yes, sir.
That is high.
They-
are multi-generational, they haven't changed them in a while, so even when the computers will likely stay the same, so you do get a lot of use out of them.
Okay. They're vehicle changeable also?
Yes, sir.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon, to approve Defender Supply Estimate 41191, the amount of $43,843 to be paid from Department 409. Does anyone have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 4, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve enterprise fleet management quote number 8396974 in the amount of $90,364.45 for the purchase of a 2025 Chevy Silverado 5500 HD dump bed truck for Precinct 4 to be paid from Department 224 with lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Watts, did you want to say anything about this?
Just that they were, this process went pretty good, and Enterprise has a great relationship with the upfit group out of both Denton and Oklahoma City, and they were really able to work with us well to get what we needed in the dump bed and the extras that went on this truck, so I feel real good about it. And this was the best price. We did shop it out some, and we still found it to be the best price. So it'd be my motion to move forward with it.
Is that 5,500, is that a heavy 1 ton?
That's one of those bigger chassis than a 1 ton,
Yeah.
Barry.
Okay, I'll second that.
Looks more like the Chevy Sidekick, Barry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably actually what we would have considered a 2-ton truck a few years ago, yeah.
We've got a motion by Commissioner Watts, seconded by Commissioner Mahler, to approve Enterprise Fleet Management Quote 8396974 in the amount of $90,364.45 for the purchase of a 2025 Chevy Silverado 5500 HD dump bed truck to be paid from Department 224. Anyone have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Item number 5, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Dell quote number 30001 8468657.2 in the amount of $100,157.40 for the purchase of rugged laptops for the Sheriff's Department to be paid from Department 560 with lines determined by the county auditor. Chief, did you want to say anything about this, or Brendan? Anything special on this to note?
We just got what Brendan told us to.
And if y'all will remember, this was expected, it was budgeted for, knew that this would be coming, so.
And it's 35, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
12. Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Mahler, seconded by Commissioner Beecham, to approve Dell quote 30001 8468657.1 for $100,157.40 to be paid from Department 560. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, the motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 6, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Dell quote number 3000184926237.1 in the amount of $5,901.58 for the purchase of extra laptop batteries for the Sheriff's Department to be paid from Department 560 with lines determined by the county auditor.
So moved.
Second, I have a question. There's, for Brendan, there's 64 batteries you're buying? Do they have that much trouble?
They're designed to be hot swappable, so if they're out of the car, if they're doing work and their batteries are getting low, they can swap them out and put other ones in. They're not like other laptops, you have to take it apart. They actually just pop out of the back. So it's a design feature so that it can just keep working and never have to worry about the batteries flattening out on them.
Okay. Most of the docking stations all charge, right?
Yes,
So why the external chargers?
the extra batteries.
The external chargers, it's got some
The
chargers.
chargers are it's a multi-bay charger to keep
Yeah.
the batteries charged that are not in the laptops, so that they can go in and swap them out. It's a bay that the
Okay,
batteries dock in.
so that'd
to
be
keep-
back at LEC, they'd have a bay full of
Yes.
charge batteries.
And likely we'll have one here too in security office so they can swap by wherever they are.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
All right, we've got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Concanon, to approve Dell quote 3000184926237.1, $5,901.58 to be paid from Department 560. Do you have any questions or comments on the item or the motion? All right, that motion's before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 7, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Lake Road Welding Company, Inc., doing business as LRW Fabricators proposal, the amount of $5,135 to furnish and install railing around the smoking area on the northeast corner of the courthouse, to be paid from permanent improvement with lines determined by the county auditor. We liked this one so much that we'd already done it, we wanted to do it again. Actually, it was an accidental duplicate, so I'm gonna move to table this one if there's no
Okay.
objection to that.
I checked on it this morning and I was told it wasn't, so, okay,
Yeah, that one inadvertently got pulled in.
okay.
Well, it was
Ricky, do you wanna
done-
do it again?
It was done considerably
No,
cheaper than,
We did it in-house.
It was,
yeah. That's what I thought.
Even better.
So yes, apologies on that one. There's no objection. All
no,
right.
no.
Item
I was
number
really
s-
confused by that this morning, so.
Item number 7 is tabled. Item number 8, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve one of 2 quotes for carpet replacement for the adult probation suite to be paid from permanent improvement with lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Beecham, can you discuss this one at all?
Yeah, if you all remember back, last year we had that minor little flooding episode up on the second floor of the annex, which got the carpet wet in the adult probation area. We've tried to clean it. It's older carpet. It really needs to be replaced since we've replaced basically everything else in that whole annex up to that point. Rick has the samples. We got a really good bid from Wagner, and I'm trying to get it open now.
So are these quotes for the same thing?
It's for carpet, yeah, similar carpet, different, they're different patterns,
Okay.
different manufacturers, but very similar carpet, so.
Because they were significantly different,
Yeah,
so.
significantly. So, it'd be my recommendation to go with the Wagner quote, and I don't have it open yet.
I do. It's $10,504.60.
Yeah.
But it was. All the labor and code and everything was
Yeah,
the same.
that's
Just a different carpet.
just different carpet. Different company, different carpet.
There was about a
$6,000 difference.
$6,000 difference, so.
Yeah, and Wagner did quote 2 other carpet types, and we went with the one right in the middle, if I remember right, so
Was that your motion?
that's my motion. to approve.
Second.
So Commissioner Beecham has made the motion, Commissioner Buchanan has seconded to approve the Wagner Carpet 1 quote for carpet replacement at a cost of $10,504.60 to be paid from permanent improvement with lines determined by the county auditor. Is that right, Commissioner?
Yes.
Okay. Have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 9, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Mars Patriot Construction, Wichita County, Iowa Park Annex Proposal Request Number 3 to install 3-inch conduit underground from the pole to the interior of the building at an additional cost of $9,162.50 to be paid from permanent improvement with lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Beecham?
Yeah, if you remember last week, I pulled this pending an audit of the information. That was completed by Harper Perkins. It was all in order, so it's a necessary part of the project to reconnect the state computer system, so it'd be my motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Buchanan, to approve Mars Patriot Annex Proposal Request Number 3 at a cost of $9,160.50 to be paid from permanent improvement. Do I have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Item number 10, discuss, consider, and/or take action to approve Mars Patriot Construction, Wichita County, Iowa Park Annex Proposal Request Number 4, to install HVAC fire dampers at an additional cost of $16,455 to be paid from permanent improvement with lines determined by the county auditor. Commissioner Beecham?
Yes, same as the last item. This was one that was pulled last week pending further review. Paperwork checked out to be correct. We sent new copies in. This is, again, necessary work. This was all dealing with the fire-rated hallway that had to be constructed. All the dampers and everything that were in there were not up to code, so this brings everything in that fire-rated area up to current building code and fire code. So it would come out of the project contingencies, just like the last one.
Just a question.
Mhm.
This one has a Mars superintendent profit and overhead portion to it. The previous one didn't. What's the difference?
Just how much work is gonna have to be done and whether they're gonna have to provide somebody there with them at the whole time. The other one, they're gonna be able to do everything at the same time, and so it didn't mean extra, but this will require extra days and extra time.
Okay. So essentially, the previous one is incorporated into the original time frame, scope. Okay. This one is actually a additional. Okay.
Yeah, the other one already has a ditch line going in adjacent to it. They're just having to add a second ditch and conduit to make it comply.
Okay. Did you make the motion?
No,
Commissioner?
I'll make the motion
Okay.
to approve.
Second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Kincannon to approve Mars Patriot Construction Annex Proposal Request Number 4 at an additional cost of $16,455 to be paid from permanent improvement. Do you have any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Item number 11, discuss, consider, and or take action to assign a project number to Sprague Electrical Service Rehab Project and direct Harper Perkins to proceed with necessary electrical engineering work. As y'all will remember, we talked about this, I think, about a year ago at this
Yeah.
point, and thought we might be able to have some plans for the Sprague building that might not necessitate doing this work. Well, I don't think those plans are going to materialize anytime soon. And so I think it's important that we go ahead and proceed with fixing the kind of outstanding transformer issues out at the Sprague building. And this would be the first step in that, and getting some plans drawn up of what that would entail, some ideas on what that would cost. This is just a preliminary step to get the plans drawn.
We do have an older engineering report, so some of the engineering has been looked at least. I don't think it's real pertinent to what we're going to be doing, because what we're going to do is rebalance the load of the building based on current needs. The goal of the project is to reduce the two transformers on both sides of the building down to a single point, which would take the need for additional firewalls and other problems with the building. It would make it a lot less complicated to add on to it in the future. It would give us better control. Plus, it takes care of several issues that are ongoing with those two transformers. In doing so right now, Encore is a willing participant. They'll be taking their portion of the transformer cost. If it happens, if the transformer goes bad, then we may be eating the entire cost of the project, and with a building that's not functional for several months, getting the parts in. The big problem is updating the switchgear and the breaker panels and everything to modern standards. Those components are long lead items, as much as a year. So that's why we want to go forward with it.
And it's a matter of, I think, things are only gonna get more expensive
Yeah.
the longer this goes. When we thought maybe Sprague would be doing something else, it was different. I just don't think that the market's there for that. I know the sheriff's office, had a little bit of heartburn over, Sprague and potential, trying to sell it or do something else. And so I think at this point we need to move forward.
Yeah,
It's
even.
a problem.
Even if we did stand the building back up, we would probably have to do a lot of modification to the electrical system anyway to make it meet the current code, so,
Well, even if you're marketing it,
yeah.
this.
They're gonna
that's
tear it
not-
out and redo it
they're gonna-
anyway.
That's just a cost they're gonna figure in the offer, so if you've got it updated, it's a little better.
Yep.
I remember it being a pretty large ticket.
Yeah.
Well, our transformer would, the one that we own outright, would be a very large ticket and something we'd have to wait to be delivered for months. Theirs on the west side, I think there's actually two on the west side, which have a myriad of problems associated with them, so.
Age
Combining,
being
yeah, age
the
being,
main one, probably.
so everything was designed for a factory, not for a,
Yeah.
basically a warehouse,
Yeah.
is what we have right now.
And Glenda, just procedurally, we will do this, y'all will go out and get the electrical engineering work done, then you'll come back to court to present that so that we can make a determination on how to proceed from there.
So, it's,
It's a pay me now or pay me
Yeah.
later deal, basically.
I don't think any of us really want to do it, but it's
No.
something that really needs to be done. It's inevitable. So it'd be my motion to approve.
I'll second.
Got a motion by Commissioner Beecham, seconded by Commissioner Mahler to assign a project number to Sprague Electrical Service Rehab Project and direct Harper Perkins to proceed with the necessary electrical engineering work. Any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right, that motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carries 5-0. Those are the most unenthusiastic ayes I think any of us have. But it does have to be done.
Got to be done. It's some of the things you don't want to do, but you got to do.
Yep. All right, item number 12, discuss, consider, and/or take action to realign salaries for Precinct 4, Department 224. This is a budget-neutral salary amendment. Commissioner Watts?
Yeah, we had basically just stuck our increases in position 2 and 3 there, and getting ready for the new payroll. We went ahead and did those. They're basically all aligned the same. We just pulled those funds out of 2 and 3 to cover the increases. Most of them are, well, all of them are nominal, so it doesn't require any more money. It's just realigning how the position's paid.
So Commissioner, I didn't see any backup. What are the positions now all at?
39, well, they're 15, 31, 10 bi-weekly.
That's position 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are all that same amount?
Well, 2 and 3, I don't know, because Wilmer did those for me to readjust that. I believe, Judge, yes, there would be. They pay that. Now, they could have more funding available in 2 and 3, but it'd be very little.
What, okay, so, again, do you have anything written down?
Well, other than our payroll request change forms that we submitted, are they not in?
There was nothing in the backup, so just for the motion, we need to have some,
I have those. Bear with me and I can flip them to you. I've sent in that. Here's what they look like.
Don't send it to the judge, you don't have no computer.
yeah, I don't have a computer. I'll have to-
Did y'all get them?
I got something, oh, I just got these.
It,
You want to see it? Thank you.
My mic could get it.
yeah, 1531.10 per.
Now, to be clear, are you lowering the max salary to the numbers that are indicated here?
Correct.
Okay.
There was a position that paid 45 and a position that paid 40. Basically, this takes them all to 39,000 and some change. Which was our hopes. I was just behind the curve and still am behind the curve to some extent, but trying to get those positions up a little bit higher. So we just stuck the money in 2 and 3 during the budget, and then I just reallocated it.
Still below max, isn't it?
Yeah. Just trying to do some quick math here.
You don't think
So currently, for positions 2 through 6, that biweekly max is at 77.42.77. This new number,
I'm coming up with 39,808.60.
yeah, I'm doing biweekly just because that's how the
Oh.
presentation of it was. And the new amount would be 76.55.50.
Which is still under max.
Yeah, which is under what it was in the budget. So then your motion is to change positions 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 in 224 to a biweekly amount of $1,531.10 as their max salary.
Yes, with the exception of position 5. And it actually changed to 1577.26. A higher operator. But won't that any additional funds remain in the position 2 and 3?
It will not. If you're making the motion to bring them all to that amount, that's what the budget then would
Well,
read.
and I don't know what's left over there. I mean, I don't think very much. It's not relevant, I don't guess, because we could correct it next budget because they won't get another increase until we have a salary
Stay in the
increase.
fund.
Yeah, I mean, it would stay in the fund, it just wouldn't be. There's a difference.
Well, that's my question. Would it stay in the fund or would it disappear if that position changed to 1531 when in fact it could have been 1605?
No, it will, you're changing the max salaries amount, which would change the overall numbers as well. It's a difference of $31.11. If you want to keep that extra
No.
31.11 biweekly. So that's the difference between what you have now and what the new proposed is.
No, it's good like it is, yeah.
So let me just make sure that I have this right. Your motion is to change position 2, 3, 4, and 6 in 224 to $1,531.10.
Correct.
And then position 5 max to $1,577.26.
Correct.
Okay.
And we were just talking, that is, I mean, we do change those, correct? Every payroll cycle that there's an increase compared to budget as to restate the value of the positions? Barry just asked me that.
Say that again, I don't.
Well, let's say that I'm getting paid $1,500 a week, but the budget allowed for $1,550. Well, unless we do these payroll request forms, that's not gonna change.
That's correct.
Okay.
The only people that it's automatic for are gonna be elected officials and appointed officials.
Okay.
Everyone else, it has to be a proactive
Request,
action
okay.
by the
That's what I
department
thought.
head for the
Okay.
elected official. I've got a motion by Commissioner Watts. Do we have a second?
Second.
Matt, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Did you get that, those numbers?
Yes, sir. And
Okay.
can we please make that effective the 17th, since we've already completed this payroll?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And you've got payroll effective sheets you'll be turning in to reflect.
They've
these
been
numbers.
turned in for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we've got a motion by Commissioner Watts, seconded by Commissioner Fincannon, to change positions 2, 3, 4, and 6 at max salaries to $1,531.10, and position 5 to $1,577.26, effective January 17th, 2025. Okay, there's a lot of math there.
Matt,
Numbers.
do you know for sure that they've not already been changed?
Correct. So what we did was we received Commissioner Watts's information a couple weeks ago. Obviously for that payroll, it did not affect, so we were working on the countywide payroll information for this payroll coming up. So last week we were working on everyone's information, identified those as being over budgeted, and so what we did was we reached out to Commissioner Watts, verified that he'd be bringing those in front of the court today, and then we brought up those employees that had exceeded the budget. We had brought them up to their budgeted maximum. We did not bring them over that because that would be a violation of the 2025 budget. And then effective the 17th, we will make any adjustments per Commissioner Watts's request and per this order for those to be brought up to the higher amount.
Good deal.
Okay. All right. Any questions or comments on the motion or the item? All right. That motion is before us. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. That motion carries 5-0. Item number 13, receive update on courthouse renovations and county courthouse annexes. Commissioner Beecham.
I'm gonna sound like a broken record again. We're finishing up punch list. I did direct Littleton to concentrate their efforts on the annex so we can get that to the final punch walk, and get that, at least get one project off of our list completely. So they should be focusing efforts to finish the few remaining items there. And then we'll do the same for courthouse project. But we still have items from the first annex project that's technically been closed for several years now that need to be addressed, so. Getting through that. 30th, It's moving along, waiting on carpet. We did have the doors delivered. I'm waiting to hear back. They're not correct. After being on order for over a year, they delivered the doors and they were supposed to be unfinished, but they came in ebony black, so. That's
That's
the
wrong.
The only thing we're really waiting on to open that up is those doors.
Can't really undo that stain and make it something else
No,
either.
No, if it was something else, we might try it, but they're ebony black. So why? Because none of the paperwork showed that. All the paperwork all the way through showed unfinished. But yeah, so
Okay.
we're working on getting new doors. Beyond that, we're still working with inmate work crew and Jake to get all the rest of the pews and the jury chairs done. I think the pews are all done now. Did we pick them all up last week?
Yeah, all of them, some of the shorter ones that are still unfinished, that we're
Okay.
not sure if we're gonna use in there.
Okay. And then, so jury chairs, I think we're ready to deliver those to Jake, or have they already been delivered? The jury chairs, yeah.
They're still stripping them.
Okay.
So
So they should be done this week.
Yeah,
with
this week,
stripping.
I believe.
Okay. Good deal. So we're waiting on those items, doors and the jury chairs. So, and one light fixture.
Yep, one light fixture.
That's really all I have. Iowa Park, it's just moving along. Nothing really special to report about it. Just moving along well.
Okay.
Burke hadn't moved, and Burke hasn't moved.
It
been
is
cold.
now. It is now,
Okay.
as of last week.
All right, any other questions, comments on the item? All right. Well, then at this time, it is 10:53. We will move into closed session for a briefing and discussion with counsel from Purdue, Brandon, Fielder, Collins, and Mott LLP regarding East Lawn Memorial Park Cemetery. This meeting is closed pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.071, consultation with attorney. Unless you have been authorized to remain in the room, I ask that you vacate.
that's what happened.
All right, it is 11:53, and we are back in open session. We've got one item here, take action as necessary on closed session items. Don't think we have any action to take, do we?
No.
All right. Well, it is still 11:53, and court is adjourned.